the little screen of smartphone or the tablet or the laptop. Essentially, the guts of it, the technology requirements are very similar. Now, the key is how do you develop the tablet in such a way that it can reach out to the billions users, right? So I think where one of my interest area, besides serve the rest of the consumer, is education. I think education is a foundation. Education is the future success of our country. In fact, I was Monday was at the NBC Education Nation Summit. I think all the way from our President Obama to all the government leaders, education leaders, and students and teachers. And Marvell tried to understand, to learn, how do we develop such tablets or education devices that can make teaching or the teacher, their teaching more effective, the tools that are more effective for teacher, make a learning more effective for students. I saw the pictures that Nicholas presented, and you look at, we are very fortunate in this country where we have access to technology, where a lot of poor countries, it's not even possible. So now how do we leverage the infrastructure we have today? Consumers already understand how to use technology, how to access the smart devices. The next piece is how do we develop applications so that it's very good for all these markets or the industry, right? Education, we're focusing on education, is one of the market because we believe that's very important.
Nicholas, we were talking before about your conception of what the tablet will allow, obviously, students to do, parents to do, grandparents to do. How does the tablet change things compared to, say, the laptop? I mean, what is it about a tablet? Is it the touch? Is it and how does that change how people interact with it, or how you see them interacting with it?
Well, perhaps the biggest change with the tablet is the transparency with which you can use it. For instance, you're not suddenly, imagine a classroom where everybody has their open laptops and you have this army of bags of laptops facing you. Even a conversation at a dinner table when you open the laptop, whereas if you're bringing a photograph to the table and it happens to be on an iPad, it's a much more friendly, it's much more normal. It's more nomadic but mobile at the same time. Whereas a laptop, you really kind of sit down to use it. It's kind of overt. The other one kind of fits in. You can read a book in bed and somebody can put their head on your shoulder and go to sleep. And you're not constantly doing this to turn a page. I mean, think about it. Turning pages, how ridiculous that is. Unbelievably dumb. Plus, I mean, I travel a lot and I try to read at night. And I used to read a book to go to sleep. Then I'm feeling drowsy, and I reach over to turn on the light. I've woken up, so I start reading again. And then I sort of get feeling drowsy, and then I go to shut the light. I've woken up again. So with the tablet, you just read, and you just put it down, and it shuts. There is no light. It's the light. Tiny things like that make a difference.
People, it's always on consumer.
Yes. So I think that's very important, and also you could just make a simple case about the weight of what kids carry to school. I mean, it's
100 books. I mean, you described you could possibly carry around 100 books,
let alone own them. I mean, it's when I went to school, if you were rich enough, fortunately we had an Encyclopedia Britannica at home, this huge shelf of stuff.
Volume.
Yeah. And it was just,
People sold them door to door, I understand. Yeah. I never did, but some people did. I wanted to ask you, I guess we have a lot of people in the audience, I think, who are, entrepreneurs, companies, developers, people who are interested in where these technologies are going. I don't know if, I know your focus is kids and education and developing countries and so on, but have you thought about sort of the impact and the spin-off sort of effects that a tablet like this can have on, not just on Silicon Valley, but on sort of technology, entrepreneurialism? What should people be thinking about if they want to take advantage of these new developments of tablets or in whatever form they come?
Well, I think there are two classes of answer. One class is what derivative issues will make for entrepreneurialism. The other is what happens when you have